Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Why are you guys so far from us? Feel free, join us closer. So look, I'll tell you, I just came back last week. I did an event for the California Association of Realtors. This is how important AI is becoming. California Association of Realtors has done 3 events called AI Now. And every event that they're doing, agents have to pay to show up. It's a 5-hour class, which is a long time. And there's 5 speakers. So I've been invited to speak at all 3 events. The first one I could not do because I was already booked for an event in Boston. But the last 2 we just did. And the last 2 we did was in Northern California. We had about 250 agents in attendance. And then the last one that I just came back from, so 2 of them, last week on Wednesday, I think it was on Wednesday, I was in Central California. And that was another sold out event. So you couldn't even buy tickets. People were trying to buy tickets. And people were flying in from all different parts of California into Fresno, which I wouldn't say that's the most exciting thing to do, but it's because people just wanted to get the classes. The session that I'm doing for you right now is a session that I did. And I can tell you, out of all the sessions that we had, mine were some of the biggest hits. So now the California Association of Realtors is doing the CAR Expo conference. They're doing events where you got to pay. Like you buy your pass and you got to go to this class. And then they're going to do, well, if you pay us more money, now you can go to this class. I'm doing one of those paid classes as well. And the reason that we're talking about things like video is because one thing that we know is that it makes a significant difference in your business. So here's what I would ask that you do. Have on your digital device, if you have your cell phone, have a couple of apps available to you. ChatGPT. And then also I would recommend having the app called CapCut, C-A-P-C-U-T. How many of you already have CapCut on your phone? Perfect. Okay, so ChatGPT, free to download. CapCut, free to download. Now, if you're not already a ChatGPT Plus user, keep in mind, I recommend that you become a Plus user, but you don't need to be a Plus user for today's session. Sir, you had a question in the back?
Please spell the second one again.
Cap, C-A-P-C-U-T. Now, CapCut is a video editor, okay? So now I'm gonna walk you through a few steps, but just today, I was on the phone with a 20-year-old assistant for an amazing real estate broker out of Denver. And I'm on the call with her, and her job is to book appointments because he pays like thousands of dollars for leads, and they're for him, right? He's a broker producer. Her job is to make phone calls. So I said, okay, if they don't answer, what do you do? And she's like, well, I leave a voicemail. And I'm like, do you send a text? Do you shoot out an email? And she said, yeah, I've been shooting out emails. Who writes the emails? And she's like, what do you mean? I write the emails. And I'm like, well, let me show you what I would recommend. So when I showed her ChatGPT, even though she's 20 years old, she was like, I had no idea you could do that. And so that's what I want to fill you in on. The more familiar that you become with this, the better, the easier it's going to be for you, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through the steps of using ChatGPT to create content. I'm going to walk you through the steps of using ChatGPT to give you ideas. So let me ask this. Who in this room right now is not creating video consistently for your business? Raise your hand if you're not. And if you're not, you're the one that's going to define consistent. Okay? So okay, don't raise your hand and put them down quickly. If you're that person that doesn't do video, raise your hand. Okay.
Amiga.
Hello. Now, what is the biggest challenge? What's keeping you from using video? Start us off.
That's the last thing on my mind. Too busy servicing my clients.
One thing I'd say is agents say too busy being busy. I don't buy that, me personally, unless you're funding 50 deals a month. And then even if you are, that means you need assistance. So there's always something that you can do to create video. Because I'll tell you, realtors who are closing 500 deals a year, creating video content. So it's never that you're too busy. It's either you're not setting aside the time or it's lack of time management. And I hope you don't mind me telling you, because you know, I'm not the one to coddle in this business. You don't join this business to make $300,000, $500,000 a year and expect to be coddled, right? You are amongst one of the most competitive industries out there. But thank you for telling me that.
I'm by myself, and I don't have anybody else, and I don't want anybody else.
Yep.
I just certain amount, and that's all I need.
If you want to generate more business, right? or if you don't want to lose business, because some agents will say, I'm happy with where I'm at, no problem. But if you don't create video, you're gonna have somebody like me create video, and you can think that your clients are gonna want to stick there and work with you because they like you, but I know how to make people like me too. I know how to make people love me. Think about the listing that I just closed. We just gave keys, the agent gave keys yesterday. Remember, that's the lady that said, John, I already told you that I have a real estate agent for decades. And then that realtor was upset that I got the, escrow just emailed me right now that the check is ready. So I'm gonna go pick it up as soon as we're done here. But that's my point, is that if you wanna keep what you have, time block, set it aside because it's a lot easier. So what I'm gonna say is time. Yours is time. What else? Who else? Why are you not creating video?
Sometimes take me forever and I just.
Okay, that's a good one. So time and inefficiency. And sir, last one, if you don't mind.
It takes me forever, I get frustrated and I get moved to something else.
Yeah, okay. It reminds me of my father. We bought my dad an iPad and then he's like, take this damn thing back. Like he was so upset about the iPad. Now it's his best friend. Okay, so let me show you. Here's what we're gonna do. This is ChatGPT. You guys see exactly where it says ask anything. So here's what I'm gonna tell ChatGPT. And feel free, when I show this, what you can do is you can take a photo just so that way you actually have the prompt yourself. I'm telling ChatGPT this. I want to create content, but I don't want to just create content and sound like every other real estate agent. I want to create content where it gets the attention of people. I want to be able to sound like a professional. I want to sound like I know what I'm doing, right? Even if you don't know what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you don't know, ChatGPT can make you a lot smarter. I want you to do customer research for me. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that my audience experiences related to, what do we all want? Listings, right? Or maybe we want more buyers right now. Related to homeowners who want to sell their home. Now listen to this. Format the output of the 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears in a table. The x-axis should be numbered 1 through 10. The y-axis should include frustrations, desires, dreams, and fears. Now that sounds like a complicated prompt, right? Here's the good news. You don't need to even understand it. All you need to do is copy it and do it. Because when you do it, here's exactly what ChatGPT is going to do. ChatGPT is now going to create a table so I can stand in front of my camera and create content that gets the attention of potential buyers and sellers, including my sphere of influence. You guys see how it's being created right in front of you? Now, when agents lack efficiency, for example, I get frustrated. So when I get frustrated, I stop. That's me. If I'm trying to do something, if I can't do it, I just throw it to the side. When I spoke at the conference in Northern California, I stood in front of the audience and that's where I said, there's a lot of people talking on stage today that are a lot smarter than me because they were doing complex things. And I'm thinking, I don't even know why CAR would have complex topics being taught to the average realtor, because the average realtor is not going to pick up on it. If I can't even pick up on it, right? I'm trying to follow this lady and I'm like, if I'm lost, the average realtor in America is going to be lost. So when I went up, I said, who in here can copy and paste? Raise your hand. Everybody raised their hand. And then at the end of my session, that's why so many agents were like, you actually made me feel like I could do it. Okay, you saw what it looks like. Now let's look at some of the frustrations. Uncertainty about how much their home is worth. Is that a legit frustration by sellers right now?
Yes.
One agent says it's worth this. You know damn well it's worth this. This agent doesn't know how to comp, or they're lying through their teeth because they just want to get the signed contract. Look at how many expireds we're having to deal with right now. How about too many repairs or updates needed before listing, not knowing who to trust in the real estate process? Now, what are some desires of sellers? They want to get top dollar for their home. They want a stress-free, smooth selling process, or look in the third option. They want to work with a knowledgeable, experienced real estate agent. What are some dreams? Selling quickly and selling for top dollar. That would be great. Getting multiple offers that drive up the price, or finding the perfect buyer who loves their home as much as they do. And then lastly, fears. Selling for less than what the home is worth, a home sitting on the market with no interest, or choosing the wrong agent, or getting poor advice. Okay, so now this is just research. All we're doing is researching right now. So what you can do is you can get your cell phone, open up ChatGPT, and then you could type in that long-winded prompt that I got, that I put, or you could just tell ChatGPT, give me 5 topics that I can discuss to connect with buyers and sellers. And you guys want to see how I cheat on this? I'll tell you exactly how I cheat. I open up my phone like this, and the little microphone right there, all I do is press the microphone and I just talk. Give me 5 topics that I could discuss in order for me to be able to connect with buyers and sellers. So get into the habit of dictating as well, because when I do that, now my phone's already working and it's giving me topics. How about, should you buy in today's market? How about the most expensive mistakes buyers and sellers make? What does the real estate process actually look like? So this is where, even though I give you the exact steps to follow, if you understand the logic, you're gonna be able to do it yourself. Because follow me on this. Perfect. How many of you are doing it right now, getting some topics from ChatGPT? Raise your hand. Okay, you're already steps ahead of most realtors, because most real estate agents are still using ChatGPT just for property descriptions. That's it. So now, I want to create content that gets the attention of clients. So now I'm going to tell ChatGPT this. Watch this next prompt. Great, good information. Thank you. Can you now please give me 10 hooks that I can use for my video marketing? Keep in mind that I'm a realtor who wants to connect with more buyers and sellers. So ChatGPT just gave us frustrations, desires, dreams, and fears. How many is that? 4. And I said, give me 10 for each. So how many is that? 40. It actually gave me 40 responses, but all I'm asking for now is to give me 10. That's it. And when I'm asking for 10, this is what it looks like. Here are 10 hooks. What is a hook? A hook is something that you say to get the attention of the person on the other end quickly. So the one hook example is thinking about selling, but worried about leaving money on the table. Let me show you how to price your home to attract serious buyers without undercutting yourself. That's a hook. So now, what we do is this. Every real estate agent should invest in a tripod. I brought 2 of them just so you guys can see that I have 2 of them. Now, this one I learned about because a realtor in Denver attended my class, and then she showed up at my next class and she brought it. And I love that snapping feature. I just thought that was so cool.
Much better.
But what I don't like is I find like it's a little difficult to get this thing out. So if you're patient, you could work with it, opposed to this one right here. This is my favorite one. So let's see. I haven't used it in a while because I've been using the white one, but we're gonna unscrew this here, just pull this out, and then I open it up this way. It's a lot easier, it's a little bit more sturdy. And then the only difference is now I gotta screw this in order to hold it. Hi there. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my phone just like this. Because if I put my phone like this, now I'm in a position where I can sit, I could hit the record button. Hey, Javier.
Hey, how you doing?
I could hit the record button and then I could start recording. Now, ChatGPT already did the research. ChatGPT gave me 10 hooks. Record. Thinking about buying, but worried about leaving money on the table. Let me show you how to price your home without undercutting yourself. Now, do I need to remember the prompt exactly? I don't. What is this about? Pricing. Hit the record button. Are you thinking about selling, but worried about pricing your home? And then all I would do from there is talk about the topic. 15, 20 seconds. That's it. So how many of you would feel comfortable talking on video about something like pricing your home? Perfect. Okay. Can you just give us an idea? It doesn't have to be a script. Just in general, what would you say to a seller?
To a seller, talking to a seller
Yep.
about getting the listing?
Yeah. So pretend a seller's going to watch this.
Oh, okay. Ooh. You're looking for a realtor that has experience and can sell your home for top dollar, easy and efficiently. Give me a call because it'll be a smooth, easy transaction.
So what I would say is that's actually very good. Not bad at all. In this case, we're talking about thinking about selling, but worried about leaving money on the table. Let me show you how to price your home. So we want to talk about pricing, right? So what should a seller know about pricing their home in today's market? I am talking to real estate agents, right?
Well, what's the price range in their area? In
There
their
you go.
community?
You know, pricing fairly, otherwise they're not realistic about what they can get for, they'll sit.
Yep.
And
Sitting
you don't have to do
inventory right now, right?
construction.
Where is their sitting inventory?
Yep, okay.
Where is their sitting inventory? I wrote 8 offers in Pasadena and we're getting outbid.
Yeah, well, I went to Pomona and I submitted an offer $50,000 under asking. It was a flip. And the realtor called me and said, my seller is offended. And I said nothing. I didn't even answer her. And she says, would you guys be willing to, and then she asked me if we'd go instead of 700, 685. I said, nope, my client's staying firm at 650. So then she followed up with me again, 5 days later. My seller is so offended by your offer. I stayed quiet.
Why are you calling me? Oh my God.
Would you do 665? They came back at 650, but by that time my client was already over it. They moved on to another property in the city of Ontario. So is there sitting inventory? I would say their inventory is sitting in certain markets more than others, but one thing that we know is that we just had a bump in interest rates. We have the highest interest rates that we've had in the last 2 years. Chances are they're going to most likely go up even more. And if that happens, then you better know how to price your home, right? So these are those things. That's my point, is that you could sit here and wait for a client to give you a call, or just create the content so that way you could stay in front of your network and keep them informed. Establish yourself as an authority, because what is an authority? An authority is somebody that I can trust. And who should I trust? Should I just trust a real estate agent? Every realtor that you talk to is going to talk about how great they are, right? When was the last time that you talked to a real estate agent that said, Javier, I'm going to shoot an offer over on your property. By the way, I want to let you know, after 4 p.m., good luck on trying to get a hold of me. Oh, by the way, I don't even start my day until noon. And maybe I'll have my voicemail box clear. We all talk about how we walk on water in the world of real estate. It's one thing for you to do that. It's another thing for you to be able to create the content that just educates. So now, here's some other ones. Are you feeling overwhelmed by repairs, staging, and all of the to-dos before selling your home? Here's how we simplify the process and focus on what actually matters. How about one more? Your home deserves more than just a for sale sign and a listing on Zillow. Let me show you the marketing strategy that gets eyes and offers on your property. Okay, so some of you can speak freely. Ursie's the only one that said that she can do it. Some of you may want the words. You don't even want to have to think about it. So remember, you said time, I don't have the time. And I said, I don't buy that. And then you also said kind of too, like, time, right? And then you said, I get frustrated. What if we just knew how to use ChatGPT so we could say, okay, excellent. Now, please provide me a 75-word blog that I could read in first person. Start off with the hook. And remember that I'm a real estate agent. So thank you for, that'll come right back up. Remember, I'm a real estate agent that is, this will pop back up in a second, guys. I'm a real estate agent who wants to connect with more buyers and sellers. So what we're asking for here in this case is we're asking ChatGPT, don't just give me the hook, give me the words to say. Because remember I told you how many of you can copy and paste? Now I'm going to make it more difficult. How many of you could copy and paste and read? So if you know how to do that, you are well on your way. Because remember, these are the hooks. Excellent. Now please provide me a 75-word blog that I could read in first person for each. Start off with a hook, and remember that I'm an agent who's looking to connect with more sellers. That's what we want at this time. And then look at what ChatGPT gives us. What does it look like they're giving us? They're giving us scripts. So now, if ChatGPT is giving us scripts, here's all we're going to do. We're going to take a little break right now, and then I'll get this fixed. If ChatGPT is now giving us the scripts, this allows us to be able to grab our cell phone, copy the script, paste the script, read the script, and then once we read the script, there are AI resources that will even edit your videos for you. Now, you've paid money for video editing in the past. Do you remember what you paid, just to kind of ballpark?
Hey, you.
That's right.
I don't know if it was 1,100 or something.
Okay, 1,100. How many of you would spend $1,000 for a video? I'm not selling you a $1,000 video. All I'm saying is how many of you would pay it? Well, here's the first thing that I would say. Well, if I understood how to use my video in real estate in order to generate more business, then I would consider paying it. Javier, I just saw your video yesterday, right? You just posted, well, I don't know when you posted it, but I just saw it on the internet.
Which one?
It was one where you are at a, there was a few that I watched, but you just have posted one, right? Like recently about, was it a listing or something?
I think it was a listing.
I think it was a listing.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta look it
I
up
post
again.
everything, like, I was in the morning, I was doing a hike, I went to the beach, and I don't know.
Okay, I saw a few of them, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I know you're an amazing producer, and the fact that you're getting out of your way to create more video content, I think that's a great step in the right direction, because some agents might think, well, oh, if I already have the business, I already have the numbers, I don't really need to do that. But, I mean, you would just be a prime example of taking advantage of that.
Well, I think you're talking about a video, the guy over in the corner, he's the one making the video for us. So the videos are for free in our company, so that's why I keep telling agents, it's an advantage for us to go ahead and get the video for free, launch it, and throw money into Instagram, and they can go viral.
Right.
And now with a new account, Instagram Plus, you can go ahead and go viral and see your numbers, how many views you got in the video.
Right.
Yeah, you know that.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I think is great is that if you have a resource here in the office in order to assist you with video, and Justin, do you mind just filling me in so that way I know what exactly are you able to help the agents with when it comes to video content?
I shoot it and I edit it for them, and I help them with content, which you're doing right now.
Wow. Okay. And then do you use an app for like a teleprompter so that way they can do
I have a
it?
teleprompter, yeah.
Perfect.
Green
So,
screen, that whole.
so now what we're talking about is that I just gave you an idea of a video that you could create, right? A video that you could create with using the ChatGPT for the scripts. So now use your phone, and here's what I want you to do. Make sure that you just came up with 5 or maybe 10 different ideas. Now what I would like for you to tell ChatGPT is this. ChatGPT, my name is, fill them in your name. What company do you work for? What market do you service? And then tell ChatGPT, give me a script that I can use in order to, and then this topic could be about whatever you want. If you want it to be about pricing, make it be about pricing. If you want to connect with more buyers, make it be about connecting with more buyers. If you want it to be about connecting with more sellers, just the more detail that you give, the better. So ChatGPT, my name is John Reyes. I'm a real estate agent with Champions. I service you don't have to say Upland market. You can say I service the Southern California market. My point that I'm trying to give you is this: the more details you give, the better. I could say, ChatGPT, give me a script on how to connect with more sellers. How generic is that? ChatGPT, my name is John Reyes. I'm a realtor. Give me a script. ChatGPT, I'm a realtor with Champions. I service the Southern California market. And the more direction you give, the better. In my case, I said, give me a 75 word. 75 words is going to be approximately 45 seconds. I think that's a really good play for you because you don't want to make the videos too long and you don't want to make them too short. So see if ChatGPT can give you an actual script right now. And when you guys are looking up on the screen, here's what I'm telling ChatGPT. When you use the word script, you want to keep in mind that sometimes ChatGPT will give you stage direction. For example, stand in front of a building. Then have a drone pan across your face from left to right with a mountain view behind you. I don't want all that. I just want the words. What do I say? And so that's where when I'm telling ChatGPT, the way that I phrase it is I say, give me a 75-word blog that I could read in first person. But if they give you a script and they give you stage direction, perfect, take out the stage direction. I just want the script. What I'm really set on doing is this. I'm really wanting to help agents understand that it's not about memorizing a script as much as it is understanding the logic of how to use these resources. Because if you're at a listing and you're meeting with a client and you need to come up with something on the spot, you're not going to have to say, what exactly did John say? What were those words? Instead, you just say, okay, I know how to get there. I know how to go from A to B or C to D. So now let's look at one of the actual prompts here. Let's look at one of the scripts. You tell me if this is a script that you would feel comfortable with. Thinking about selling but worried about leaving money on the table, let me show you how to price your home to attract serious buyers without undercutting yourself. Pricing your home correctly is one of the most important decisions you'll make. Price too high and buyers stay away, too low and you're leaving hard-earned equity behind. I help my clients find that sweet spot backed by data, market insight, and experience so you can feel confident that you're getting top dollar without scaring away potential buyers. If you're curious about what your home could sell for, let's talk. How many of you would feel comfortable having a video like that on your social media? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna take my cell phone, and you can write this down for those that are taking notes. I'm gonna take my cell phone and I'm gonna open up an app called Captions. Captions is spelled Captions. Captions is available for both Android as well as iOS. Now, Captions is an app that costs $25 a month. Now, some of you may or may not want to invest a considerable amount of money in your video marketing. Fortunately for you, you work with a company that offers it as a resource, which I think is fantastic. But I still think that it makes sense for you to also have some control over your creative marketing, because I was at an open house here in Claremont. I got a call from the gentleman to sell his property because I had sold his neighbor's home. And he said, I see that you've done business in my community. I'd like to talk to you about selling my home. He's been renting it out. His renter was a sheriff. The sheriff moved out, so now he wants to sell it. When I went and met with him, he told me, I've never paid anybody what you're asking me to pay you. And he said it just like that, with a sense of sternness. Like, I've never paid, because he says, how much are you gonna charge me to sell my home? And then I answered the question with a sense of confidence. Here's what we request as compensation for all that we do. And then he says, I've never paid anybody as much as you've asked for. And I've bought and or sold a total of 5 houses. So how many homes does he sell? Maybe 2. But he says, I've never talked to an agent who does all the things that you do either. So now I get the listing. He's dead set on listing at a higher price than what I recommend. I want the listing. I'm not going to lose the listing. So I tell him, listen, I'm willing to go to war with you at whatever price you want. My advisement is that if you want to sell it faster, sell it quicker, we come in at a more aggressive price. But I'm willing to go to war with you so as long as you're on board that if we don't get the proper activity within the first 2 weeks, you would agree that we sit at the table and discuss pricing. I learned that from an amazing trainer, by the way, a great real estate practitioner. The guy's an amazing salesman. And I was in a training where he said, how many of you have lost listings because you're so dead set on listing here, the seller wants this? And the way that he delivers a message, I just think is solid. So I got the listing. So now I'm at the listing. I had a busy open house, no offers, no activity, held another open house following weekend. And so now I have some free time because nobody's walking into my open house. I tell ChatGPT, give me a script. It's a script that I just read to you right now. And then all I did is copy the script. I open up Captions. I open up the teleprompter feature. I paste in the teleprompter, I paste the script. And all I did was hit record, and this is what I created. Thinking about selling, but worried about leaving money on the table? Let me show you how to price your home to attract serious buyers without undercutting yourself. Now, pricing your home correctly is one of the most important decisions you'll make when selling your property. Go too high and buyers stay away. Go too low and you're leaving hard-earned equity behind. I help my clients find that sweet spot by data, market insight, and experience. So you'll feel confident that you're getting top dollar without scaring away potential buyers. If you're curious about what your home can sell for, let's talk. Now, did you know that I was reading a script?
Wow. Were you reading it?
Mhm.
Oh, you were reading it. I'm trying to figure this out.
So ChatGPT gave me the script.
Uh-huh.
I just copied it. I open up Captions. I use the teleprompter feature. I paste it, and then I hit record, and then the words just move on the screen. Just like kind of like a movie, you know, when you see the words go up, and all I'm doing is reading. But you had no clue that I was reading. You know why? Because I would ask you, what if there was AI technology that made it so that way nobody even knew you were reading? Now here's what I mean by that. Left side over here, I'm reading. Right side, AI technology corrects my eyes to make it look like I'm looking right at the screen.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Let's do that again. Left side looks like maybe I had a little too much fun at the, me and Javier were hitting the bar last night. One tap, all of a sudden it brightens up your eyes. So that's the app called Captions. Now Captions cost $25 per month. Now, I'll tell you, I am well aware that real estate agents in America are notorious for not wanting to invest in their business. It's true. Real estate agents, it's like, oh, the moment they hear they gotta pay for something, it's like, step back. I think it's such a wrong mentality. And the reason is because we have to remember, when we close a deal, we have not only a comma in our paycheck, but most of the time you have 5 figures. So now, if you're gonna buy a tool and not do anything with it, doesn't make any sense. But with that app captions, I could copy a script, paste it, read it, and not only correct my eyes, but the app is developed, still for only 25 bucks. With one tap, there's like 10 built-in editing styles that will automatically edit your videos for you. And when you say keywords like housing or money or whatever, it'll throw in images related to your words. So I spoke in Washington, DC at the NAREP conference just a few months ago. And I created a video standing outside one of the monumental buildings. And I did the edit and I left it exactly like this. And I in front of the audience, I told everybody, I just recorded this video. And as I walked to the hotel, the editing was actually done for me. And everyone's like, this is unbelievable. For only 25 bucks. And for 25 bucks, you could actually record a lot of content. So now let me walk you through the steps here. When you say time, the reason that I press you on that, and I appreciate you not getting upset with me saying that, is because I'm just thinking it's lack of either time management or you don't know how to do it. Because now on a Friday, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, give me 10 scripts. You wanna be even cooler? Go to your RPR, produce a report, a market report about any particular city, the city of Ontario. Now you have a 10-page report with data, with stats, with numbers. Upload the report to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to sound like a real estate superstar. Give me 10 scripts that I can read in order to create video content. I did that. I did a training for CBAR. And when I did a training for CBAR, I took the report. I'm like, guys, look at this report. Are you familiar with this report? Realtors are they're all chiming in. It was a Zoom. And they're like, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, RPR report. Uploaded to ChatGPT. With this report, give me 10 scripts. Now all the information is specific about the data and the stats about the city of Ontario.
I'm curious, John, to know what, because I use the RPR, but for single properties, you know, I'm going to want to get an idea, presenting to a prospective client. How do you use it? Maybe this is not the right place for that, but how do you use it to do like a market update or market analysis of a geographical area? So
I'll actually do that while we're here. I'll show you the steps that I do, because then you'll see the report that I create. And I do it really quickly too. I do it kind of like so fast. And so now, say it's on a Friday, produce a report. How long does that take? That's going to take you maybe 2.5 minutes. Upload it to ChatGPT. Give me 10 scripts. How long is that going to take you? 2.5 minutes. Let's say you take your time because you're drinking your latte. Now you're in 5 minutes. So now you're in 5 minutes plus 2.5 minutes. You're in 7.5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy each one of my scripts. And then that Friday morning, I'm going to spend time recording 10 videos. And my 10 videos that I'm going to record, if you want, if you have a nice office, look, here's what I would do. I would record a video where I put the camera here, record 3 videos. Then I want to change the scenery. So now maybe I'm going to move my camera over here and put a little plant behind me so that way it looks like I'm standing somewhere else. Now I'm going to do 3 more videos. And then one more thing, this is my company logo. I'm going to bring my camera over here and I'll record my last 4 just to mix it up. Right? Now that's like an advanced step. You don't have to do that. You could technically record all 10 videos in one setting in your office. Some agents will do that. Some agents like to mix it up, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to mix it up. I don't have an office, I work from home, so what I'll do is I'll move my camera around and just record it at different parts of my house. That's it. So I just recorded different parts of my house. My good friend Christoph Chu, who's a really well-known celebrity realtor out of Beverly Hills, what he did is he recorded 63 videos in one day, and he had 4 different outfits, really nice suits. So he did shoot number 1, and he had his assistant record like 6 videos in one location, and then he took his jacket off, And then that was a new video. So now he changed the environment, but he was listing a property for $5 million in Hancock Park. And he asked his seller, I'm gonna record some video content. Would you mind if I recorded it at your home? The home is vacant. She was like, go ahead, do whatever you'd like. So just keep in mind, if you guys ever have a really nice listing and you're looking for some cool places to record content, I doubt your sellers would mind either. Because again, that seller said, not a problem. Funny enough, the lady who bought the house, she not only bought the house cash, but she lives in the community and she bought the home for her parents. I was like, what does she do that she just bought a house cash for $5 million for her parents? And I guess she owns a bunch of McDonald's. So I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. Okay. So now if you recorded 10 videos and now you either can edit if you want, or some of your videos you don't even need to edit. You're not forced to edit each and every time. So now if I just wanted to take my videos and I recorded 10 of them, let's just say that you set aside 2 hours every Friday. If you set aside 2 hours every Friday, but you had content for the week, would you do it? So now you're not having to sit there recording video content every day. Instead, you're like, I already have 10 videos on my device. Monday through Friday, I have 2 videos to post per day. Or let's be more realistic. What if you recorded video content for 2 hours every other Friday? Now you have video content where you have 10 videos. That's 1 video a week. 1 video a day, Monday through Friday. How many of you are posting 1 video each and every day? Nobody in here is doing that, right? So now you're in a position to be able to do it. So when it goes back to time, all of a sudden, do you feel like the dots are starting to connect where you're like, I know how to use ChatGPT. Show me how to use this app Captions. I could do that. Raise your hand if you feel like that's a plan that you could execute moving forward. Perfect. So here's what I would like for you to all do. I want to just take a 5-minute exercise where everybody records their very own video. You're going to record a video message. And here's what your video message will be. I'll just give you ideas. I recorded a video message where I said, if you're watching this video, it wasn't to any one person. If you're watching this video, chances are you and I had a conversation about buying a home. And then I filled the client in about buying a home. Interest rates right now are a bit more, they're a bit higher than what a lot of buyers would like. What does that mean for you? Activity. It's known, it's estimated that for every 1% drop that we have in interest rates, there's an estimated 5 million new buyers entering the market. So if you would like to learn about the deals that are available to you, give me a call. In my case, I recorded a short video. My video was like 20 some seconds. And then all I did was text that to people in my phone. So miss, your name? Juana, if we met at an open house, I would get your contact information and I would put Juana, home buyer prospect. And the reason is because now when I want to promote and market to you, I just type in the word home buyer prospect, and then I don't even need to remember you. I'm just going to text, hey, Juana, short message, video, boom. And now if you received a video of me talking on the device, there's a chance that you would probably watch it just out of curiosity. So a condo that I bought in the city of Ontario, it's been a great investment for us. And when I say for us, my wife and I, we took this condo. The client had just put in brand new floors. She had only lived in the property for less than 3 years. And it was a brand new kitchen. So now she put in new floors. I got a brand new kitchen. I took the property, I painted it, dressed it up a little bit, I fully furnished it, and then I put it on the market. I have calls for that condo all of the time. People are coming in to the city of Ontario, short-term contracts, especially with all the growth and the development that we have. And then they'll sign leases with me where they're staying with me. I do the midterm stays. So they could be 2-3 months. My tenant right now, she's 5 months. And it's a great investment. But my point is that I got that deal because I recorded a 20-some second video message. Another video could be this. Justin, it's your birthday. You're one of my past clients. So I could shoot you over a text. That's nice. But what if I did this? I hit record and I say, hey, Justin, it's John Reyes. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Justin, we hope that you get everything that you want today and more. Justin, have a happy birthday. I stop recording, and if I text that to you, and let's just say that you're a school teacher and your real estate agent sent you a video message, how do you think that would make you feel? You good?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Clients love it, especially what's really cool is when they record a video message back and send it to me. Now I'm just like, okay, we're totally vibing.
Yeah.
Remember, people don't necessarily remember what you say, they remember how you make them feel. And the fact that I sent a video message to a client, it's a feel good, that's why I do it. I'll do that on the golf course because it's so easy to do. And you know what's my CRM? Is I paid somebody on my team because I wasn't managing this. Call every client that I closed the deal with. And what I want to know is I want to know anniversary dates, I want to know birth dates, and then we put them into a CRM, and then the CRM gives me notifications. So when I'm recording those videos, either I'm doing them on the spot, if I see on Facebook it's Susie's birthday, or through my CRM, part of my time that I have set aside on the Friday, I do my video content twice a month. So I do my video content, I'll do it like on the first and the third Friday. That's my time I set aside. I don't do video content every week. I don't even do it every day. I just space it out that way, so that way it's more manageable. So we talked birthday messages, we talked market updates, or how about we just haven't talked in a while. Miss, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce, you're a past client of mine. I have this activity. I gotta create a video because John said create a video. Hey Joyce, it's John Reyes. It's been a while since we last connected, and I've been meaning to reach out to you. I just wanted to say hello and hi. Let me know when we can connect. Does Tuesday or Thursday work best? Thank you so much, Joyce. Have a great rest of the day. That's it. I send you the message. And whether or not you respond to me, I don't need you to respond. I just want to be able to send, because when business tightens up, here's what you need to do as agents. Do not make the excuse because business tightens up that your business goes back. Because 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 agents, what happens is that when business tightens up, they start making excuses why they're not closing deals. And then the moment you start making those excuses, your business will fall back because you're already taking yourself back mentally. Instead, if you look at the closers, what do? When business is tightening up, we double down, triple down on the nets that we throw out. We're all fishing. So I'm not going to throw out one net. If business is good, one net. When business is good. All right, I'm cool with that. Business tightens up, I need to do more. And when I'm talking nets, I'm talking about you touching and reaching out to prospects. You guys know that, I don't know if I told you this, but I just closed a deal in Ontario. And my buyer, I submitted 3 offers. First offer, the real estate agent, rookie, does not know how to sell an FHA loan. Oh, there's an attorney involved. And the moment the attorney was involved, he got scared. I'm like, let me talk to the attorney. My clients are solid. And our offer was better. He even said, your offer is better, but we're gonna go with the conventional offer. And I'm like, he doesn't know how to sell it. I even created a whole document for him as to why FHA is so strong. Okay, we missed out on that deal. Next one, I said 3 offers, Pomona. That's the one that came down to our offer price, but by that time my client was done. Another house in Ontario, it just hit the market. I called the realtor right away and I said, I have the perfect buyer for you. Justin Kimele, I know you know him, right? I have the perfect buyer for you. We submitted an offer, there was another offer, and we got our offer accepted. I closed on that property, and just to be a jerk, I called the realtor on the other house that did not accept my offer. I said, hey man, I see your home's still on the market, everything cool? They ended up taking it off the market because that buyer canceled, and I told him, we did a 22-day escrow. Top to bottom, we did a 22-day escrow. I told you, you should have accepted our offer. So what I want you all to do is I just want you to take 5 minutes, move somewhere into the room, don't worry about the background noise, and just record a video message, okay? Focus on making that video anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds. Now, here are some tips. Here's what you don't want to do. I don't want to put my phone like this and then me look all grumpy and mad and then hit record and then smile and say, hey, Susie, this is John Reyes. That's a little weird, right? So instead, what I always do is I always do kind of that forced laugh where you're like, hey, Jimmy, this is John Reyes. Like, that's a little cooler, right? And then also when you're creating the content, have the intent to get somebody's attention. So if I'm recording a video for Joyce, I don't want to be like, hey Joyce, John Reyes, it's been a while since we talked. Now that 20-year-old that I was talking to today, the reason I was on the phone with her is because my friend, that's the broker, that's his employee. And when I met her, that's how she was talking. So I'm like, she's the one making calls for you? Like, dude, I would hang up on her the moment she's like, hi there, I'm calling because you filled out a form. So then I was asking her, have you had any formal sales training, any communications training? She's like, no. And I was like, if you want somebody's attention, like you got to give me a reason to pay attention to you. You can't just be like, Hey, so that's what we worked on today. But the same concept applies with video. So that's where, again, nobody has to see this. But for bonus points, if you guys want bonus points, text that video message out. Post it online. If you don't know what to say, make it easy. I'm here at a training with my company champions, and the training is amazing. I mean, this trainer, John Reyes, have you had an opportunity to check him out? If not, you need to. So
Thank you.
let's go ahead and take 5 minutes, guys. Everybody create a video, record it on your own, and then I'll give you that breakdown on what we just discussed. 5 minutes. I'm setting my timer. Don't be shy.
How long do you want the video?
I would say anywhere from 15 to 45 seconds.
Okay. That's easy, then I'll make it.
Amigos, me dijo que viviera. Ahora ya lo dejo por a usted.
Huh? You gonna hold it? You gonna hold it? Make it so complicated. I'm gonna have Justin do it. Justin, can you do a video back? Is it? Nobody's in there? Okay.
I'll just stand. Yes. Hello, I'm Percy with Remax Champions. I'm having an open house at 1273 North Hills in Upland. And I'd like you to join me. It's Friday, 5 to 7. Best part about it, you can walk the trails of Italian Gallery in Upland off the mountains, and you can have a great meal. Hope to see you there. Bye. We're encouraged.
Yeah. No, it's just a concrete, yeah.
So it is different.
Yeah. You can also use it as a preview.
Adapter to make so it will be, my eyes won't be so bad.
It's amazing.
Soon. It's next week, right? Are we doing it?
I think so, yeah.
I'll finish.
Yeah. It'll be easy. It'll like knock it out.
Yeah, yeah.
To see you.
Hey, Justin, do you mind helping me try to jump back on the airplane?
Yeah.
It's cool. I should be. I know I reset all my network settings. But it seemed to lock right into yours. You know what? Let me do that one. Champions?
No, legacy.
Okay. Legacy first Wi-Fi?
Porque no hay video.
All lowercase legacy.
Ay, no. Yo no hice nada. Ustedes.
What is it? Be up in 2021?
No, I think that's when.
Oh, okay.
Dígame, me voy a Habana Plaza. No se dice nada.
All right, we have one more minute.
No, he's with no. But you can sit over here. Tú hiciste el video, so. Tú hiciste el video.
Oh, I always do videos with Justin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do like 3 or 4 videos at a time. Really? Oh, are you my friend on Instagram?
No,
Maybe
we're
not.
not, we're not friends.
Por eso no somos amigas.
We're not friends.
Sí, tenemos que ser amigas. No. What Justin does.
Okay, you guys ready?
I don't know.
So now let's look at this. Just so we know. When you are using captions, here's some of the cool things that captions allows you to do. Some of you don't want to record video no matter what I show you. Some of you will want to hold back, right? And remember, even when Ursi, I know she's doing her video, she'll want to hear this. But when we were talking about time, for only $25 a month, you don't have to pay more. Captions will allow you to create an AI twin. Now, what an AI twin is where all you have to do is give the text and the videos will be made for you. So for example, if you were to open up captions, when you open it up, in the top left corner, you have those 3 lines. And when you tap on those 3 lines, you tap on AI creators. And when you tap on AI creators, you have a bunch of people that you can choose from. And when I say a bunch of people, these are AI avatars. So Ursi, I was saying that if you don't want to create video content, no matter what I say, you can actually, for the same price of $25 a month, you can have an AI twin. So now imagine, these are a bunch of different people. So if any of you are lacking testimonials, ChatGPT, make me look like a superstar. You have 10 different people that say, Ursi is the best real estate agent in America. Now, I don't recommend that you do that, but you get my point of what can be done, okay? So now, these are all the people you could choose from. So now, remember this video right here?
Can you play that?
You want me to play one? Okay, this is the real one. This is the real one that I recorded.
Thinking about selling, but worried about putting money on the table? Let me show you how to price your home to attract serious buyers without undercutting yourself. Now, pricing your home correctly is one of the most important decisions you'll make when selling your property. Go too high and buyers stay away. Go too low and you're leaving hard-earned equity behind. I help my clients find that sweet spot backed by data, market insight, and experience. So you'll feel confident that you're getting top dollar without scaring away potential buyers. If you're curious about what your home can sell for, let's talk.
Now, what I did is I went to AI creators. And then when I went to AI creators, I tapped right here on AI twin. I want a twin of me. And when I tapped on AI twin, it now gives me the option to create my own twin. I have 3 twins. And all I did was take my YouTube video and upload it, and it mimicked my twin off of my YouTube video. Now, if you don't have a YouTube video, take your favorite photo, upload your photo, and then speak in the camera for a minute. You can do it that way. Or if you want, you'll say, record yourself speaking for a minute, read this script, and it mimics your voice. So this is now my AI twin making this video.
Have you noticed how many people are moving to Montrose, Colorado lately? After talking with buyers from states like California, Texas, and Arizona, I keep hearing the same thing. They're looking for more space, better scenery, and a better quality of life.
This is an example of the edit being done automatically too.
Room to breathe. You get access to incredible outdoor recreation, a strong sense of community, and a taste of life that many people feel they've lost in larger cities. If you're considering a move to Western Colorado, or if you're a local wondering what makes Montrose so attractive to newcomers, let's connect. I'd be happy to share what I'm seeing these days, help you understand your options. I don't do that.
Okay, now if you notice that the voice is a bit off as well, I think that's just a lag from my iPad showing on the screen for whatever reason, because when I play it regularly, it actually shows better. Now, is it 100%? Can you tell it's AI? Most people can probably tell it's AI, but here's what I would say. Something is better than nothing. My friend right now, he's an amazing investor in real estate. And he's really successful. If he's not clearing $2 million a year in real estate consistently in our market, then he feels like he's not working, okay? Reason I say this is because his videos that he records, that he has produced on his social media constantly, you can totally tell they're AI generated. But he's like, bro, I don't care. People hit me up about them. And so I'm like, if it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. So that's where I would say, don't be too critical on this type of stuff. One last video that I want to show you is because when we're promoting the concept of video, it doesn't always have to be you, right? Sometimes you deliver information or news to a client that is truly life-changing for them. And how cool would it be for you to be able to capture that on video? So this is an example of a client who was working with another real estate agent for 4 months. And he was actively trying to buy a house. He was so frustrated that he decided to step back and not even buy. I came into the picture, and on the very first home that we wrote an offer on, we got an offer accepted. This is me letting him know that our offer was accepted. No editing with him, just on the video itself, you'll see.
Hello, John.
Hey, Milan, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so I just got off the phone with the agent.
Okay.
And they accepted the offer.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
No, don't do this, man. You're kidding me.
Not kidding at all.
You don't know what the you did, dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. I know my boss is crazy today.
Well, we're beyond excited to share this news with you.
Dude, you didn't know it. I'm going to make it up to you. I'm making it up to you, I promise.
No problem, I'm happy for you and your family.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
No, that's great. That client right there, he works for a really wealthy family in Beverly Hills. Like, he literally stays with them 5 days a week as their own personal chef. And when we closed this deal with him, he invited us over and we had the most amazing 5-star course meal like I ever had in my life. Better than some of the best restaurants. And I've been to a lot of really nice restaurants, but that was a cool experience because when he's like, I'm gonna make it up to you, I'm gonna make it up to you. In his mind, the way to make it up to us, and we're like, heck yeah, like that's so unique, is we had a 5-star experience with him and his family at his home. And we're just like, how special is that, right? And that right there was just capturing the moment. When I record, I don't tell the clients I'm recording. I always tell them afterwards because I don't ever share anything without their permission. And usually when I play the video back for them, my clients end up in tears because they're reliving that moment of their excitement when I'm giving them their keys. Any questions?
Yeah, I have about 2 questions. Yeah, so are you having another camera recording you as you're talking on the phone?
Yeah, it was my wife. My wife was just recording me when I had him on speaker.
On the phone? Okay, and then I have another question. You said the
Yep.
market report that you would show us how to do that.
So here's exactly what it is. I'm logged into the MLS and I'm on RPR. And then what I do is this. I don't even know if I should be telling you because now you're going to be doing it in my market. I go to market trends, and then it says enter a place, city, zip code. So I'll type in Ontario, California, market trends, continue. And now that I continue, here's a report. I go download here. And then when I download the report, I'm doing this all on my iPad. It's even easier on your desktop. Now that I have the report, I'm just going to go ahead and save this to my files. Save to files. It says Ontario Market Trends. I'm going to put the date 07/29. So now, when I open up ChatGPT, we'll do this. I'm going to add the report. So I'm going to add photos and files, or recent files. I'll add files. We'll choose files right here. Here's the market report that we just created. And then now I'm going to just talk to ChatGPT real quick. Hey ChatGPT, I need to create some video content. I was just at this conference and I was told that if I create a video content, it could help me in my business. I'd really like to connect with buyers and sellers. So I'm giving you a market report, and what I want is just the script. I don't want any stage direction. start off with a hook so that way I have a better chance of getting the attention of people watching this video. And then also include a call to action. I would like each call to action to be a little different. I don't want it to be the same thing. And I would like for each script to be approximately 75 words in total. So now let's put it to work. So now what ChatGPT is going to do, it's going to take that I think it's 10 pages. It's going to read the 10-page report. I'll pull the key Ontario market statistics from your report and turn them into several short buyer and seller focused scripts, each around 75 words with a strong hook and a different call to action. I'll keep them clean, natural, and free of stage directions. I'm using the PDF workflow so the numbers match your report accurately. So you saw how long it took me to create the report. Probably would take me longer to log in than it would actually to create the report. How about script number 1? Let's look at this. Think the Ontario housing market has shifted completely in favor of buyers? Not quite. Ontario is still considered a seller's market. With just 2.69 months of available inventory, homes sold for a median price of $667,743 at approximately 98.9% of their asking price. However, properties are taking a median of 34 days to sell. If you're wondering how these numbers affect your plans, send me a message and let's discuss your next move. How about this one? Number 2, Ontario homeowners, your home may still be worth more than you realize, but pricing it correctly matters. The median list price reached $689,000 in June. Now, when you read something like this, you notice it's not just something general. We're talking about June now. So we're talking about timeliness. So one of the biggest challenges from realtors is, I don't know how to do this. And all of a sudden now what you have is you have the breakdown, you have the full understanding. Now, how many of you purchased my online training program? Remember my online training program, Agent Growth Lab? How many of you purchased that? I promoted it the first couple times I was here. Then after that, I didn't promote it anymore. Nobody?
Agent Growth Lab?
It's called My Agent Growth Lab. None of you bought it? Okay, so I just want to point out to you. Like this month alone, I could equate to what we're talking about based off of the things that I've shown you, over 30K in revenue that I generated in the last 30 days alone based off of what we're talking about here. You know, I travel a lot. This last month, I think I was in a hotel probably 50% of the year, 50% of the month. In 2 weeks, I'm gone for another 2 weeks. We'll be in Europe for 2 weeks. So I'm really like trying to focus on the efficiency factor. It's like, I don't want to have to sit there and do more work than what I need to. But my point in telling you this is that this is a resource available for you. It's called My Agent Growth Lab. I'm going to log into the account just so you guys can see. If you were ever in a position where you're thinking this type of stuff makes sense, but I'm not using it for my business, then this is what I want you to be aware of. This is what it looks like. You come to my website, My Agent Growth Lab, and I have 4 training modules that I've created. It's 40 videos. Module number 1 is all about building your foundation. And look at some of the key points here. Why do we hold ourselves back? Big reason we hold ourselves back is we don't like the way we look. We don't like the way we sound. And I tell realtors, guess what? That's how you look and sound. You don't change when you stand in front of a client. How do I prepare for on-camera success? How do I speak clearly and with confidence? Well, if you've never learned it, if you don't practice it, like when any of you first started doing your videos, were any of you nervous?
Yes.
I remember the first listing presentation I went to. I went solo, by the way, and I was completely clueless. And I remember I met such a nice seller in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. We went into the garage, there's a pool table. So he's like, yeah, show me what you got. And I brought out the papers, the contract, and I dropped all the papers because I was so damn nervous. I was like sweating and like I could remember like I just wanted to get out of the house. I definitely didn't get the listing, but I could not wait to get out. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. This business is horrible. Like that's what I'm thinking to myself. But it's just because I wasn't equipped. If any of you are doing video right now and you feel like that, if you do it more and if you really build the foundation, you're going to do better. Look at this. How to keep it short and concise. How to hook your audience. And then the next part is filming tips. Filming tips made simple. How to use your tripod, how to use your ring light, using video content, vertical versus horizontal, pro tips for filming at listings, shooting on your iPhone and your Android. Here's the next one, ChatGPT. Watch this. What is a prompt? Tip for better prompts. Market research. So let me just click on market research. Does this look familiar? I want you to do customer research for me. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 dreams, 10 desires, 10 fears. Look, you'll get 40 insights that you could use right away for video blogs. Here's your key takeaway. Here's your action step. Open up ChatGPT, do it. What does the next one say? We'll go right here. Creating hooks. Remember this? Great. Thank you. Can you now please give me 10 hooks for my video marketing? This is all here in my program. So I know I've promoted it before, but maybe if you just weren't aware. So I just want you to know. And I'm not here to pitch you on it, but I do want to make sure that you at least know about it. You know, I'm doing these trainings for your company because your company's been on top of making sure that you guys have access to the latest and greatest. And that's really like, just know how unique that is, because there's not too many brokers that will get out of their way like that, too many managers. But if any of you are interested, you can go to my website, myagentgrowthlab.com. I'll give you a QR code that you can scan. You can scan this QR code here. Hold on one second. Not this one. This is for notes. You can scan this QR code. So we charge $297 for our program. It's a one-time fee. For a one-time fee, you get lifetime access to the content. But what I'll do is, if any of you are interested, if you're buying this service, it's 40 plus videos. When I update the content, you get updates. Type in the coupon code VIP100, and it'll save you an immediate $100 on your program. Okay, VIP100. So if any, again, I just want to make sure you guys are aware, because when we're creating this content here, I just know how effective it can be for real estate agents, and you just want to make sure that you get access to it. Yes.
The link doesn't seem to.
Can you just a little bit, please?
It's not working for you?
No.
No.
Okay, if not, I will.
Yeah, just keep on tapping on the screen.
Did it work for you, for one person in here?
Yes.
If it's not working, let me give you the website. Pull up your website, and then go to myagentgrowthlab.com. myagentgrowthlab.com. Yeah, it should work. It just came up for me.
It takes so much longer.
That would
The
work.
one?
The
Yeah, okay.
website should.
So myagentgrowthlab.com, and then if you just click where it says get access, remember it's VIP 100 will save you an immediate $100, okay? And then agents will reach out to me quite a bit. If you're a member of the program and you're doing things, if you have questions, you can actually type your questions in each video, and then I personally monitor those. I'll respond to you guys directly. I could show you, I have a message of, I just had an agent from Camarillo buy this program. First time, she saw me speak at her office, Camarillo. And I have an amazing email from her, and her email says, because of your trainings and because of what you showed, I'm listing a house for a client. A neighbor walks in, $1.3 million listing. I prepared a presentation for them on the spot. And she said, I booked the appointment. So now she gave me a follow-up a few days later, and she said that she's getting that new listing at $1.3 million. And she said it happened so fast, it kind of like blew her away. But you know what she did? It's all here. Is in my training, I give these prompts right here. This is exactly what it is. Watch. I say if it has to do with listing presentation, if it says listing presentation, it's all about the listing presentation. And if you want to impress the seller, there's 4 prompts that you can run for any property in America. Prompt number 1 is about price. Prompt number 2 is about the area. What makes the area desirable to homeowners? Prompt number 3 is about the schools. Prompt number 4 is about the local economics. So when you come here, I'm going to tap on video number 8, listing presentation property value. Here's the prompt. Please provide an estimated value range for subject address this property has, and then I have the fill in the blanks. fill in the blanks. Consider recent comparable sales in the area. If possible, provide a short summary explaining your valuation and include a list of 3 to 5 comparable sales with addresses, sold price, and dates.
And
So
you could just copy and paste it.
that's all you gotta do. Copy and paste it. And based off of that, this is what you'll get. Miss, have you been in my training before? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. So some of this stuff I already went over, but just so you know, these are the types of things that you can create. This is all AI generated. And if you know how to do the prompts, you can literally create something like this in 30 minutes or less. Like, look at this. This is about pricing. This is about comparable sales. And when I say 30 minutes, it doesn't mean you need to sit there. It means you run the prompts, go get your coffee, make some phone calls, come back, because the AI is doing it all for you.
And is that a one-time fee? What you charge? Just
Yeah,
one-time fee?
it's a one-time
This
fee.
is my first time attending to this.
It's a one-time fee. That's
Okay.
it. And so this is my house that I just closed. My sign, my post is still there. This right here, look at this. This is a lady that I reached out to. Her mom passed away at 99, and I reached out to her to say, hey, I'd really like to sell your home. They moved the mom out at 97, and that's where she's like, thank you, but no thanks. We already have a family realtor. If we decide to sell the house, she's gonna sell it. Now, at the time, her mom was 97, so she's like, how old is she, right? 60s, 70s? And then I said, well, do you mind if I at least shoot you over a text? And what did I send? I sent video. Look at this. The video that I sent is this video right here, client testimonial. And even with that, thanks, to be honest, we have a family friend who would be our realtor. I don't want to waste your time. Thanks for understanding. I reach out again. Just say, maybe I can chat with you and share with you how I can help you make more money. Nothing. Every time I call her, she'd always send me to a voicemail. When I would respond to her, look at what she says. Not now, sorry. Real short. 2 years later, look at the dates on here, guys. Now we have April 8th, 2026. Those other texts are 2024.
Wow.
So now I see the garage door open. I call and I say, hey, Kareem, this is John Reyes. I'm the local realtor who lives on the street. And then she interrupts and says, John, I already told you that we have a real estate agent, just like that.
Wow.
I just did a mastermind with a group of producers out in Denver, Colorado. It was a really cool event. And I said, how many of you would have just gave up on that? You know, more than half of the group, and these are producers, more than half of the group was like, yeah, like I would say, okay, I wish you the best. And I was able to diffuse. But what I did is that presentation that I just showed you, I ran prompt 1, 2, 3, and 4. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. That's it. And then I had AI organize, and then I had AI create the presentation. That right there is what I just showed you. So then I said to her, follow me on this. Pay attention to this. I said, I completely understand and 100% appreciate and respect your sense of loyalty that you have to your real estate agent. I would hope that my clients would have the same sense of loyalty to me as well. If anything, I would just like to share this with you, and feel free to share this with your agent. I don't know if you're aware, but we have a large influx of buyers coming in from LA, moving into Ontario. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
It's 100% true. In fact, the neighbor right across from her, they wanted to buy in LA County, and they said, we really want to buy in West Covina. We just can't afford it. So, because the husband works in downtown LA, takes the metro every day from Upland. So that's what I'm telling her, like, this is real information. So I said, share this with your agent. Not sure if you're aware, large influx of buyers coming in from LA. And then she says, what do you mean? I said, Kareem, do you mind taking a look at your text? I just sent you a text. Okay, do you see that PDF report? Go ahead and tap on it. Now when she taps on it, she's seeing this stuff right here. So now what I start talking about is I just start talking about the economics of Ontario. I start talking about the fact that we have the Ontario International Airport, what that means for our city. I talk about the $100 million stadium that we have with the Dodgers. I talk about the fact that UPS and FedEx both have hubs right here because of the airport. And then I said, we have the largest Amazon distribution center in North America, more than 4.2 million square feet. We have the largest Amazon distribution center in Ontario. So as I'm saying that to her, then what happens is then she invites me to the house. She says, John, are you leaving tomorrow or is it the next day? I show up at the house, and when I showed up, this lady said, walk the house, take a look. The other realtor's already been here. She gives me 3 pages when she gives me the 3 pages, she says to me, I would like for you to submit a formal proposal to us. Us is her and her sister. Her sister lives in San Diego. She's a beneficiary of the estate as well. The lady I'm talking to is the executor of the estate. So now, when I look at the questions, I just look, as I'm walking around, I'm looking at the home, but I don't want her to look like, I don't want it to look like this. So I just kind of look at the questions real quick. Question number 1, what is your list to sell ratio? Question number 2, how many homes have you sold in the city of Ontario in the last 12 calendar months? Question number 3, how many homes have you sold in the last 12 calendar months? Question number 4, how many homes have you sold in the city of Ontario in your career? There were 32 questions on those 3 pages. 32 pages. I could show you just, I mean, the results of what I have now. We're all done. They got their money. Well, they get their money today. And so now they love me. And I mean, what does that say right there?
Oh, great news. Thank you, John, for your exceptional support throughout this process.
That's the sister that was upset that they went with me. That sister was so dead set on working with the other realtor. When I first started, like when I went in to go meet with the sister, she was not only like rude to me, but she told the neighbor that she did not want to list with me. But yeah, now they love me. Now, when I say they love me, this is what I mean. This is what she says. Also, if you'd like to send over your contract, realtor, I'm guessing we should probably make this official. So now this was my listing. You guys can look it up. 1526 North Amber Court, listed at 735, sold for 751. Put it under contract in 7 days. And a few of those days we were negotiating back and forth. Then I have another video like this that I could promote on social media, so that way I can have more branding exposure.
What if you were to own a home on a quiet cul-de-sac and enjoy over 1,700 square feet of living space on over a 10,000 square foot lot and still be just minutes away from what makes Ontario, California one of the fastest growing cities in the state? Welcome to 1326 North Amber Court.
And then what does my client say from here? You're creating a fan base with my Facebook friends. Look at Susan. John Reyes was a great choice to use as a realtor. So she was probably saying like, oh, I'm working with this realtor. I don't know who I should work with. Because why would they say John was a great choice? Because what does the next friend say? Very nicely done. Great choice for a realtor. What does Monica say? Very nicely done. What do they charge to make videos like this? So that's my whole point, right? We need to get momentum. If any of you check out today for that video service, not only will I give you the $100 off, VIP 100, but I will know who signs up because I'll get a list of everybody. I'll reach out to you directly, and then what my team will do is if you want, you can take advantage of jump on a one-on-one with me so we can have a discussion specifically about your business. Because I feel like now I've been here maybe 5 or 6 times, and I really want all of you guys to just move a lot quicker, a lot faster. But sometimes it takes that one-on-one in order for us just to kind of kick things into gear. And when you buy my service, there was a pop-up that would say, would you like a one-on-one with John for 30 minutes for $200? That's what I charge. Agents book those. If that pops up, bypass it. But that's what that lady did with me when she bought my service from Camarillo. She did the one-on-one with me, and then right after that, I mean, I'll show you guys the screenshots in my emails for a new $1.3 million listing that she just is locked up. And that's literally less than a week from the time that we connected. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, myagentgrowthlab.com, VIP 100. I am done. Any other questions? No?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Do you guys feel that little by little you're learning, like you're becoming more familiar and comfortable with this? Good. Okay. That's really good to hear.
Everything's practice.